Hello my friends and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023. Let's talk about some of the changes with the gun laws and let's talk about some things that we expect to see happening, some things that we know are definitely going to change. Let's recap what happened in 2022 because there were a lot of changes with the gun laws. So let's make sure that you're aware of all those changes in Illinois. All right, so first and foremost, January 1st, 2023, as part of the FOID Modernization Act that was signed into law over a year ago, as part of the FOID Modernization Act, starting January 1st, 2023, automatic FOID card renewals whenever you buy a firearm from a dealer, if and only if you submitted fingerprints and if and only if those fingerprints were submitted after January 1st, 2023, which means if you submitted fingerprints before and you want to take advantage of this automatic renewal, you'd have to submit fingerprints again. I don't know how that would be possible. You'd have to contact the state police to see if they can be uploaded, how they can be uploaded, how you can change the transaction number. That's something that you'd have to work out with the state police. Just as a reminder, there is automatic renewals of your FOID card if you have a concealed carry license. So whenever you renew your concealed carry license, your FOID card gets renewed as well. That's one of the things that went into effect last year in 2022. Let's talk about some of the other things that went into effect last year in 2022. The e-card. The e-card, the FOID card, the electronic FOID, it's available on the Illinois State Police website, ispfsb.com. You log in, enter your username, your password, last name, date of birth, and according to the state law, that now complies the same as if you had the physical card in your pocket. I'm still carrying the physical card in my pocket. Murphy's Law says what can go wrong will go wrong, and it would suck if you didn't have an internet connection when you got pulled over. So also you have to understand that the e-FOID has to be what they call a living document. There's a date and time stamp on that FOID card. On the e-FOID, there's a date and time stamp. So if you were to show it to a law enforcement officer, if you had, for example, downloaded it to your phone, certainly can you do that? Yes, but technically by law it doesn't comply. So it would have to be a living document with the date and time stamp to this moment showing that it's not suspended, not revoked. So the e-FOID is one of those changes that happened in 2022 as well. You may have heard about the Solomon ruling, the Cook County Forest Preserves. That actually happened in 2021, but the judge held it over until 2022. So that's all been finalized now. Illinois has had a prohibition on carrying concealed firearms in Cook County Forest Preserves. Again, a federal court judge ruled that unconstitutional, and on June 7th of 2022, Attorney General Kwame Raoul conceded defeat, agreed not to appeal, and agreed to pay the legal expenses to Solomon's legal team. Just as a side note, as of, I want to say December 14th, I believe the legal team actually had to reopen the case because, of course, Cook County didn't pay the legal fees. So that should not surprise anybody. There were a number of other changes as well in 2022. We have that outlined on our website, alphaconcepts.com. If you're interested, just go to the blog, check out those changes. What we're also expecting and anticipating coming up in 2023. Governor Pritzker has vowed to pass a so-called assault weapons ban. At the end of the year, we closed out with a lot to do about a specific bill in the Illinois House. There's a lot of speculation about this bill. Is it going to be called in January? Is it going to be called in the next session? We really don't know yet, but what we do know is they are trying very hard to pass an assault weapons ban, and they probably have the votes to do it. So that's something that we're watching very, very closely, and we're going to keep you advised, but you should get involved in the fight defending your rights. Now, having said that, because it's all up in the air, I don't want to speculate on exactly what's going to be banned. Certainly, they're going after semi-automatic rifles. They're going after some semi-automatic handguns. The gun groups are being very closed-mouthed about this. The gun rights groups are, because there are going to be immediate lawsuits due to the Bruin ruling. That was a Supreme Court ruling that happened in 2022. We have that information on our website if you're interested in reading about it. But because of the Bruin ruling, much of what they are proposing is unconstitutional and certainly will be defeated in a court of law. Todd Vandermeide with a few different gun groups, the Aurora Sportsman's Club as well as FFLIL, kind of laid it out. He said he doesn't want to build a better mousetrap by telling them the flaws in their bill, and that really is very sound advice. So rather than go into all the details, especially since it's not hammered out yet, I want you to be aware that it might be coming, that it probably will be coming, and I want to get you involved in the fight. Start to fight for your rights. Go on Facebook if you're on Facebook and check out Gun Rights for Illinois. That's a gun group that is organizing people to fight for their rights. What else is going on that we expect to see coming? Well, there have been numerous lawsuits filed that should be successful. These lawsuits do take time, sometimes years, so it might not happen immediately in 23. We'll see. But sound suppressors. Sound suppressors are illegal in Illinois, and there's a lawsuit challenging that. I read the arguments, and they make a very strong case, so we'll see how that goes. There is a challenge for the ban on carrying on public transportation. Some would argue that that is where you need it the most. Public transportation, especially in Chicago, is incredibly violent. A lot of crime. People need to be able to defend themselves. There is a challenge for the public transportation. Again, it might take years to see that ruling. We'll see. There's a number of other court cases that we're watching. So definitely subscribe to this channel and you'll be notified. Also, periodically check out our website, check out our Facebook page. We post all of the updates when they happen. We watch all of these things really, really closely to make sure that you stay informed with the law changes, because if you don't know the law, ignorance of the law is not an excuse, unfortunately. So we don't want you to become an accidental felon and get caught up. If you have any questions about any specific laws or anything like that, remember, nothing I said here is legal advice, but leave a comment. I'll be happy to do my best to answer your questions. As always, everybody, be armed, be trained, and be alpha. And don't forget to renew your concealed carry license. We've had a number of people call us up saying, I'm expiring tonight, help me. And we do, but it's going to save you some money if you just come to one of our public classes instead of a private class. So don't forget to renew your concealed carry license. Sign up for a concealed carry renewal class, alphaconcepts.com. Take care, everybody.